Hi, welcome back to Transparent UTR. This is Alice, and today we're going to be talking about cross-dressing versus drag. What is it? Is there really a difference? From the outside perspective, I could tell how people would confuse these two, but there is a difference. It may seem similar, but there is a fairly resentable difference. But anyway, let's get into it. If you don't know, cross-dressing is the act of dressing as the opposite gender, whether it be in a form of like doing male to female, female to male, all that kind of stuff. Basically, that's all that is. Drag is more dressing as the opposite gender, but showboating it. Like making it super extravagant, super lovely. If you've seen RuPaul's Drag Race, just imagine that. Basically what it is, it's just like an extreme version of cross-dressing, where you emphasize your features to look more female. You emphasize your breast size, you emphasize makeup, you make it really big, you emphasize your clothing, make it really bright and powerful. And you do all that kind of stuff. And that's basically the major difference, where it's one is trying to dress as the opposite gender, whether it be for a hobby, whether it just be for pleasure, doing whatever, where drag is more showboating, and it's like a type of modeling in a way. If you've seen drag shows and everything like that, then it's sort of like that. So, cross-dressing. Cross-dressing is, like I was saying, the more subtle version. People find pleasure out of this in many ways, but it is just basically a way to express yourself, or to express some sort of hidden desire within you. And that kind of thing can either be kept private, or they do it in public. Basically that. If you're calling someone a cross-dresser because they're just like a female, and they're a male, then it's just be careful, because you don't know what's actually going on. If they might be cross-dressing, then sure, but if they are doing it because they're either transgender or some other issue, then don't call them like a cross-dresser or anything like that, because it just is more offensive than you mean it to come off. Meanwhile, drag is very showboaty, where if you were saying, oh, they're a drag queen or a drag king, then you'll be able to tell, and you would be able to say, hey, that's that. It's like, oh my gosh, I love your drag and all that kind of stuff. And it is a little bit more acceptable, because they are doing that to showboat, and they're doing it to feel beautiful in a way. They do it to feel beautiful or handsome, depending on which. And drag really emphasizes, like I was saying, on features, like really big features. So if you do drag and are basically just trying to, like, if you're just getting into it, it's very showboaty. If you feel like you've gone too far, you haven't gone far enough. It's very big, it's very extravagant, it's very lovely, it's actually beautiful in a way. It's an art form, I'd imagine. And a lot of the time, people that do drag, like drag queens and drag kings, are they do like a little bit with it. Some do singing, some do dancing, some do comedy and that kind of stuff. Like Scott Hireman, he was on America's Got Talent, and he is a drag queen. He calls himself Lumberjack Barbie and everything like that, and he has a lot of the female features, but then he also has like bright pink eyebrows and a giant beard. So it's just like those little things that make everything put together. And people that do drag are doing it for showboating and just really like doing it, and I have no issue with that. So yeah, this has been Transparent UTR, this is Alice, and hope you have a nice day.